What is up, everybody? Of course, the Salt Shakers are here, and we have to break down Monday Night Raw and SmackDown from last week. But we're gonna rush through that in a little bit. I know I am, and we're gonna get to Elimination Chamber here in the den. That is right. We are in the den tonight on this good Monday before Monday Night Raw. And Nikki Bougie here, Dreon Santana, the Salt Shakers, the dominating tag team in wrestling media, are here. And this is our, I think outside of NXT, this is our staple right here. This is the one that we go head to head each week. But tonight's going to be a little different because the shows were both good in my opinion. And take home episodes are a little different. So we're gonna see how Dreon Santana's doing before we jump in. Did you just wake up?
I did.
I figured.
I did. So I'm not myself right now because I'm coming back to life.
Nothing wrong with that.
But I mean, SmackDown was pre-taped anyway, so like if you looked at the spoilers, and you kind of already knew what was happening. So, but nonetheless, I think it was still good. But to be honest, I didn't get a chance to be there to watch SmackDown because I was in No Surrender. So,
It's true.
not saying I forfeit because I don't have to be there for my show to still carry on, but you know, just
That's
saying.
true.
So, but y'all know what happened. I went back and I saw what happened, or read what happened, and I mean, come on, it's the Blue Brand, the greatest brand of all time.
Lord.
But it's okay. Well, well, yeah, y'all. Yeah, you might have been right about that. Y'all probably gonna be losing all the way up to after WrestleMania.
I'm fine with it.
I know. Y'all gotta fight back or something because right now y'all kind of.
We get into Monday Night Raw tonight from last week's episode. We had a one-on-one match to kick us off with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Oh Lord, I was so pleased. Wait, was I?
Were you? Because not the way this match ended.
Why did I think Cody? Oh no, Solo came out. I forgot. So Solo came out and caused the distraction. I don't know why I thought Cody got the damn victory. Maybe he got the victory last week.
Last week he did against Shinsuke, but this week he got a
Yeah, he
repeat.
was the bloodline were all over. I forgot that was this week. The bloodline were all over the place. We'll see another bloodline member later on tonight too. But Solo caused the distraction and then Drew took the win for the opening match. We also had a battle royal with a few surprises, including Raquel Rodriguez, who did win. I think this was a very good callback for Royal Rumble since she was not able to compete. She had several eliminations. We saw Natty, Tegan Knox, we saw B Fab, we saw Chelsea Green, just so many different competitors. Shayna Baszler, Zoe, I mean, Xia Lee, who we haven't seen in a while, Maxine Dupree, pretty much the whole roster. Indy, Candice, the party bus girlies. It was a
Mhm.
lot. But Raquel did win, picking up that momentum and getting her spot at the Elimination Chamber, which we know how that went down, but of course we'll get into that a little later. Now there was a 8-man tag team match between these four, of course, and then Judgment Day taking home the victory, standing tall before they gain their um you know their wins at Elimination Chamber as well. We also had a standoff, so we saw Raquel again, um Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Liv, Becky, and like I said, Raquel. All six of these women were ready to make that fight in the chamber I don't know how they did it, but that match was the best match of the night for me. Um, I was more into this match than any other match, and it kicked us off. And I think it was perfect, well produced as well. But in the end, it was actually Naya who stood tall when she came out and just basically started brutally attacking everyone. And she's making it very known that even though this is not her division as a champion, this is her division, period. And she sent Rhea a little message before their match, which we'll get into that a little later because, yeah. We also had a match between Chad Gable and Ivar. Chad Gable picking up the victory there. And then in our main event, Jay Uso takes on Gunther. And I think he could have won. I know there was speculation that people were hearing this, people were hearing that. Who gives a fuck? Like, we hear all kinds of shit. They sell fake stories all the time. They gossip all the time. They plant stuff all the time to keep it in the tabloids. And it just is what it is. But he did lose. There was a bell ringing that caused a distraction by his own freaking brother, Jimmy Uso. And then, of course, the super kick to the face following a splash to the body. Now, before we move on, we do have some matches for tonight. But I want to ask, do you think this is setting up the match for WrestleMania?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I mean, somehow, some way, anytime Jay has an opportunity for himself,
Mhm.
Jimmy Solo doesn't even get involved. Like Jimmy is the one that, and then whatever Jay has an opportunity for a title shot, Jimmy is somewhere around to ruin that shit, just so he can remind him that I'm Big Brother by 3 minutes.
I think this could, and this is going to sound crazy, but this match could take away from Rhea and Becky main eventing.
It could, and it may take away from even Io and Bailey.
I
Maybe.
definitely don't think there's no way they're main eventing.
I just really what I will say is that I really would like them to stop utilizing Royal Rumble as someone who's going to be main eventing outside
Yeah.
of for the women, because the last time the women main evented for someone who won the Royal Rumble was who, what, Bianca. After that, it didn't even matter for the
You
women.
don't know that the tag team match last year main evented, so why wouldn't this main event? They talk
And
about
they
story.
and they literally had really no substance other than bigger than Charlotte and Rhea main eventing
Them
main
they
eventing
had more of a
night one.
story.
Their
They
match was
still
better.
let the bloodline. They're the bloodline. They literally cancel everything. So no, I'm not gonna agree with that because anything is possible. If Roman wants his cousins to main event, his cousins are gonna main event, and he's gonna main event the next night. He don't give a damn about no Seth main eventing. He don't give a damn about no Seth and Drew. If they want to do it, they will do it. Period. Like
It's
let's
very
not.
possible. It's already been proven.
Yeah, like
It's
it's
proven last
literally
year.
like it's right there.
Like,
Like
shout out to Kevin and Sammy, of course, you know what I'm saying, for winning or whatever, but it still shouldn't have went over
there was
Charlotte and Rhea,
nothing there.
because Charlotte and Rhea, their match
And it
there
was
was
solely
way
because they're the bloodline.
come on now. Like, so I don't know. I mean, if they wanted, if at this point, especially with The Rock on the board too, they could run both nights as main event. They
They
really could.
could. They also I
I'm
was looking.
hoping not for Jimmy and Jay, because I personally don't think that they deserve a main event spot, because it's not main event worthy for a night one of WrestleMania. But once again, it when you got connections in your family, there's that. So that, there's that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I hope it's not. I hope it doesn't lead to that. But then again, you just really don't know,
I
honestly.
didn't. I didn't say you said anything about Seth. I'm saying about Seth. It can main event. Like there's the this is wrestling where anything can change. Like
Mm-hmm.
anything could change. So I'm saying that Seth could be the main event. Becky and Rhea could be the main event. Saying that this ain't the main event, I just can't agree with that because at the end of the day, they're the bloodline, and it was proven last year they were put in the main event. They were the champions, and that's just how it went. So I get what I know what you're saying. I'm saying that it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's a Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre match or Becky and Rhea match. This
Mm-hmm.
match can and has the possibility of main eventing based off what we've seen in the past. So all
Yep.
I'm saying is don't cancel it out. And when you're sitting there in Philly, if you're going and they're the main event for night one, I told you so. We do have a match with Cody Rhodes and Grayson Waller that was announced about an hour ago. My graphics were done, and there also will be a tag team match between Imperium and New
The
Day.
new
And then there's also Sammy versus Shinsuke, which I'm so sick of this. But yeah, we move on to SmackDown before we get to the big business.
My man, I was ordering my food. How with the possibility will it? Absolutely, will it? No, I don't know. I have no idea what they got going on, but I was trying to order my food while I wait. So it should be ready by 7 o'clock. So by 7 o'clock, they're gonna come knocking at my damn door probably. Or maybe they're not. Who knows? All right. So we move on to SmackDown. Because I this was pre-tape. Oh shit. I clicked the wrong button. I was gonna end this damn stream.
You're on the ending, girl.
I'm moving too fast. Let me relax and relax. So SmackDown, of course, like I said, was pre-taped and everything. And we started off with the opening match of Tiffany Stratton versus I'm sorry. Versus y'all haven't eaten anything all day, I promise you. So I'm all over the place. Santana winning this after me. it's it is what it is. So we had Tiffany Stratton versus Liv Morgan. Of course, with Tiffany coming into the room last week talking her trash out on girls, and Liv stepped up to the plate. But of course, Bianca Belair was the one who actually opened up the show when she came out to sit on commentary to watch this match in particular. Liv and Tiffany had a pretty decent match. Of course, you can tell this is brewing up for Elimination Chamber that these girls competed in the following night. Bianca Belair, like I said, was sitting ringside, but it seemed to have been like because Tiffany Stratton, I guess, decided that she wanted to pick a fight with the EST of WWE, that it caused a little bit of a distraction and a little bit of a miscommunication between Bianca and Liv Morgan that actually ended up getting Tiffany Stratton the victory. So there's that there. So Tiffany has been on a crazy debut run on the main roster, and she fits in so well. Like me and Nikki have talked about before. Like Tiffany fits in on the main roster, and I see why they didn't keep her down in NXT too long. Like she was down long enough. Like I think like 2 years max for her, and she's already in the ring with some of the girls who've been on the main roster for a while now. So, and if they want to run Bianca and Tiffany at WrestleMania, I don't give a damn. It's going to be a great, absolutely great match. I give you that much. Um, then we move on because Braun Breaker had his debut match now that he's part of the Blue Brand, unfortunately, against Dante Chen. And well, there's not much to say here because it ended that damn quickly. So shout out to Braun Breaker for getting his victory for the debut. I mean, I guess this was lightweight because I mean he really didn't have a real competition to really test his ability that he does down on NXT. So I give it a pass for right now, but let's see how he do against some of the other guys on the actual main roster. Then we get to my peoples. Like this is I'm like in a limbo because I'm part of the Judgment Day, but also Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are here. So they had a tag team match against JD and Dominic Mysterio. Really, really great match. I enjoyed it. Of course, I'm gonna always enjoy it whenever Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate is on my screen, and also with Damian Priest being there too. Like, I'm literally in heaven all through and through. So great match here between these four gentlemen. Of course, leading up to Tyler and Pete, of course, getting that victory before Damian Priest he want to try to choke the hell out of them, which will lead up to, of course, we know their match that they were having at Elimination Chamber as well. So even though they haven't really had much of a interaction since they got an opportunity to have a chance to defeat or win the tag titles, it's nice to see a little bit of mixed action going on between Judgment Day and Tyler and Pete. Also, we get into another tag match. Chuda said, Santana, you can't be British. I can be whoever I want to be, Ken. Thank you. Okay. So we also get into another tag match here. The Street Profits versus AOP. Well, everybody, and I'm gonna say everybody, including Bobby and Karrion, were going at it at ringside to the point where I think Bobby ended up getting like his hand or arm a little bit injured or whatever. Child, I don't know what's gonna happen, but Street Profits and Bobby, y'all gonna need to figure something out. I don't know if y'all need somebody else to be added with y'all, but this the testimony, the testament, whatever. They are beating y'all ass. I'm sorry. Like, they are really beating y'all ass, and this is something that y'all need somebody else, because BFL can't hold it all together. Okay, she cannot. Y'all need to find something else or somebody else to add to this, because right now everybody getting beat up. Everybody. So one of them, you mean the final girl, whatever this is, I don't know. I don't care about any of these people in this ring. I'm telling you right now. I don't care what testament, New Testament, Old Testament, whatever. Get out of my face. I don't care. Y'all out here beating up the Street Profits and Bible Ash, and I'm supposed to care. No, I don't. But they have been this new faction coming along on SmackDown, something that we haven't kind of seen outside of the bloodline. So I guess I'm letting it slide until they start messing with my people. Then we got a problem. And then we get into what I would say is the main event. Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight. Drew, I don't know. I guess you tired of Monday Night Raw. You want to come down here to Friday Night SmackDown, but I hope this your last time being on this show. So LA Knight and Drew McIntyre had their one-on-one match. Logan Paul was out there on commentary. KO was out there on commentary. So of course the men who are part of the Elimination Chamber were outside watching, getting a little closer look or whatever. Really pretty decent match between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre. And I ain't gonna lie, this is a really nice fit that Logan Paul has on. This is something that I would actually wear, like a black top with khaki bottoms. It's like being in high school all over again, maybe middle school, but except we were wearing a white top instead of black. Also, like I said, everybody was out here getting their conversation on, and of course we know that Logan Paul, being a shit starter that he is, talking a lot of mess to Kevin Owens, talking a lot of mess to LA Knight, until LA Knight got in his face and kind of shut that shit down. And then Bobby Lashley, and then just a fight all breaks out. Bobby Lashley, that is a Kim Possible ass fit, it really is, but I like it. Bobby Lashley came out, did his spear. Kevin and Logan over there in the corner fighting. Randy Orton RKOing people, and then Drew McIntyre, Claymore's not Kevin, but Bobby Lashley, and everybody just all laid out. So that was pretty much the Friday Night SmackDown and how that went over there. We don't have any matches announced for SmackDown as of right now, but I do know that apparently The Rock is supposed to be on SmackDown for the next couple Fridays, especially going into March. So from breaking news wise. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you might as well go ahead, because he's going to be there. I apparently thought about going to the one in Memphis for SmackDown. By the time I get my ticket, I probably won't even have a seat. So we'll have to figure it out from there. But we move on to Elimination Chamber. because as me and Nikki had stated on our reality TV fix, we were up at 4 in the morning watching Elimination Chamber live in full effect. I don't know how I did it, but I was on like what 3, 4 hours of sleep, barely that, and we were just up having a good time. We really were having
We
having
really
a
were.
great time.
I'm
Like
not gonna lie. It
I
was
didn't
no reason for us to be lollygagging like that at 4 o'clock.
no no there like no I wasn't even
And there was
struggling.
a group of us too.
It was I was
Ken
up like
Could not make it.
no at all. He tried, but
Jalen was keeping everybody hype with his coffee.
girl,
Tomorrow was trying. Sam was just saying shit per usual.
mhm.
Like,
I did go to sleep. Like I like honestly, truly, like after I left for like no surrender, I came back. Nikki and I was here together the whole time. Took a nap. Definitely did set my alarm to take a nap to wake up at 4 o'clock on the dot. When I
mhm.
woke up, I saw so many people in that damn room. I was like, oh, when the fuck did y'all get in
I
here?
also
Were y'all
took
here for the, I was like, were y'all here for the kickoff? Because I missed the kickoff. The kickoff was at 3 o'clock. I was
3:30.
I probably but whatever. I
Yeah.
went to bed, I think like I was supposed to go to bed like 12. I set my alarm for like 4 o'clock. I really technically didn't necessarily go to sleep until about 2 o'clock. I could have just stayed up, but I was like, nah, let me get a power nap in, and then I powered up. I was Goku, you know what I'm saying? I was up. I was up like it was crazy, but
It
we
was
get
at
into
3? On my Peacock, it was at 3:30.
oh damn. I really have no idea. Mm. See, I knew I didn't. They didn't really. They were to be talking about the damn show itself that they really didn't
I
say the
don't
time
even know.
that the kickoff was going to be. Well, I wasn't up for the kickoff, so
I
but
don't know.
I knew that
It said
Indy
3:30 a.m.
Joseph was for him because he's on Eastern. So
I don't know. It said when I had looked on Peacock, it said it starts at 3:30. So that's why I wasn't worried about it. Cause I was like, I'm not gonna make the tag team match because I know I went back and rewatched that. That shit was good. Like
mm-hmm.
they did better than Rhea and Nia,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. Like
Um,
their match was good. Their match was solid as hell. But
shout out, you know.
I did go back and that day. Well, that yeah, Sunday. Excuse me. Sunday, I went back and my granny watched it, so I rewatched the tag team match, and then everything. I rewatched the women's, of course. Laid down during the men's, and then I rewatched that main event, and so
Well, the Kabuki Warriors did retain the tag titles on the kickout, but it was great to have Indy there, someone who's from Australia, as well, have her moment too. I think this is really just a big moment for Indy, and it was great to have for Indy. So shout out! This was a really big moment for those who are Australian born to actually be able to come back to their home country and compete. Didn't know if Indy was going to even make it to the card, but luckily they did something for them to have because they kind of have been in the tag team picture. I mean, might as well, right? So shout out to her. Now we move on to the actual pay per view itself. The first match, opening match, was the women's elimination chamber, and baby, when I tell you, everybody in there did what they needed to do.
everybody.
I'm telling you right now, like Tiffany is so over. I like I don't know, but like Tiffany had Australia in the palm of her hands. I'm telling you that, and she was definitely, I would say, probably MVP for a newcomer wise being a part of the chamber. She did amazing. Everybody looked great in their gear and everything like that. Bianca, to me, honey, she that
Hmm.
gear was everything. Becky's makeup was everything. Like Tiffany looked great. Liv looked like what she always looked like, but she looked great as well. Raquel coming out, no makeup, like living in her natural beauty was just everything to me. Honestly, I was so happy that Raquel was even able to not only win the opportunity, but also be able to have a chance to make. Because she was not someone I thought of to even be in the Last Chance Battle Royal, like not at all. I didn't think that she would be back in town, but it was great. So, but yeah, Tiffany definitely took Rookie of the Night for that one. But a lot of controversy on the winner
Girl.
of the Elimination Chamber match for the women. And we were down to our final three with Becky, Bianca, and Liv Morgan. Now, Liv did roll Bianca ass up after she hit that KO on Becky. And then Becky come out with the manhandle slam. Like, it happened so goddamn
That
fast.
was a
Like,
great ending. I don't care what nobody
the
said.
sequence was just like roll her ass up and then boom, Liv take the damn pin for Becky to get the victory. And shout out to Becky. Becky has definitely like I will say this because like for me, of course, I was going for Bianca, but I had a feeling that because of everything that has been building up way even before we even got to Elimination Chamber, way before Rhea even won that championship, the stare down between her and Becky, everybody was like, "Oh, this is WrestleMania 40. This is WrestleMania 40." Now that it's happening, oh, it's we want Liv. No, no, no. Becky should not be winning. She's taking opportunity. She's being nothing but another Charlotte Flair, and it's like, what?
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not like Becky. Becky went down to NXT and started to give women opportunities to have a chance to even compete for a championship that they've never even had a chance to compete for at all. Women who were left off TV that we didn't even know even exist anymore were getting TV time and opportunities infused with Becky Lynch. Like you can't try to discredit her for anything that she's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all say y'all want Rhea and Becky for WrestleMania 40. Now that we get it, now it's like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't want this. She shouldn't be winning. She's taking opportunities for everyone else. She gave y'all time to get y'all shit together. And now she's done with that. So she won. We're gonna get Becky and Rhea at WrestleMania 40. And that's that. If it becomes a triple threat match because somehow Liv squeezes her ass in there, then if Liv takes the damn pin, then what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna be even more mad.
I just think y'all don't like a dynasty, and I keep saying this. Like y'all don't. Y'all want people. The next time you get a promotion, then you give it to somebody else. Like that's just crazy as hell. This is an industry about feeding your family and being the best. Whether it's scripted or not, when someone gives you the opportunity to be at the top, even if you've been at the top 32 times, who gives a fuck? You want people to move over for your fave? Fuck your fave. At the end of the day, Charlotte went on a crazy one run. That's why she's a 16-time WWE champion. You know why? Because every time she was given the opportunity, she delivered. Whether it was in a match, whether it was in a promo, and maybe it was just how she presented herself with her gear. Y'all can get over it. Y'all don't like competition. Y'all sit here and whine and then be like, oh, Liv deserves, Liv deserves, Liv deserves. Girl, she don't deserve a damn thing. She got hers. She got the money in the bank, spent 99 days, beat Ronda 3 times. Go find something else to do. Girl, I don't know. At the end of the day, go back to NXT, grab that title. You know, there's if you don't have an opportunity, make one. And when it comes to Becky, since Wednesday, the 13th is coming, I'm gonna say this. She is the standard. And I've said it about Charlotte for years. Charlotte is the opportunity. Becky Lynch is the standard, is the marquee of WWE. Okay? The man. It just is what it is. And at the end of the day, I kept telling y'all cry baby, cry baby, cry baby, cry. That's why Hill Dicky coming back 311. Y'all cried and cried and cried and cried. And I told y'all that the only person that was gonna win was Becky. That's it. That's it. That's the only person that could have won. I don't want to hear Bianca. I don't want to hear Liv. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. The only person that they built properly to face Rhea was Becky Lynch. And that's people are upset about the booking, but at the end of the day, this is for the kids. Okay? This is for the kids. That's what y'all not realizing. The demographic is for the children. So they're going to do things that, yes, supply us, but also supply the demands of toys, collectibles, shirts, merch, Roman and Becky. Bianca's there too. Seth is there too. It just wasn't nobody else's moment. And y'all can't sit up here and say she didn't deserve it because she's had other moments. That's how competition works, whether it's scripted or not. You go into work and they tell you you're gonna be winning Elimination Chamber. So when you go out there, you need to show your ass. Tiffany was the MVP.
She was.
And I know everybody was upset with Naomi, but at the end of the day, Naomi came in at a weird time. There's so many women that have already established themselves in the company in the past 12 months. And Naomi's just happy to be back. I think Naomi is deserving of an opportunity, but none of those women were going to get that shot. And that's just the reality. And I'm done here because a lot of y'all just don't know how to be realistic. Y'all just live in an imaginary world with unicorns and cherries and gumballs and all this shit. And then when the dinosaurs and Godzilla come and smash everything, y'all don't know how to act. So it's just crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Becky. She will be going off to WrestleMania, but who will she be facing? We still got to play a part.
Oh.
We still got to play a part. We don't know what happened with Rhea and Nia back, so we don't really know who Becky is going to be facing. We gotta we stand in real time for Elimination.
We standing on big business.
All right. Okay, so we'll move on to our next match, which was for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate versus Judgment Days, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. And one thing I will say I did appreciate about this match was shades of NXT with Pete Dunne and Finn Balor stepping to the ring with each other. I was just, first of all, I said I was going to close my eyes and not even watch this match because I knew what was going to happen. Like I knew that the Judgment were going to retain, but it's just the thought of like, what if? You know what I'm saying? Not saying a title would change here, but I don't know. I was like, I'm not watching this. And niggas like, no, Santana, you gotta watch. It's like, I can't.
Girl, I wasn't having it. And girl, you sit there. Girl, you sit there and was acting like a child in church. And I was sitting there preparing that breakfast, making sure everything was ready for my children. And Santana and Jalen in there yelling and hollering. And I'm like, what's going on?
You gotta blame Jalen. You gotta blame Jalen.
He was. I heard him.
That man was starting with me all morning, and I've done nothing.
That girl cannot keep her composure, y'all.
I was like, my God. Okay.
Are you happy with the result?
I'm okay with the results. Like, I'm just happy that, like, with Pete and Tyler, them becoming a tag, they got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, Judgment Day is actually participating and getting into matches with those who are on SmackDown, because a lot of their feuds happen on Monday Night Raw because that's where they are. That's what they're drafted to. So, I mean, they don't really have that many tag teams that they face on Friday Night SmackDown. So for them to be the ones to win, I think that it was cool. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm all right. I really don't. I had dogs in this fight, but I wasn't the dog. So I just had to.
So you Michael Vick?
I
What?
just didn't go to jail for it. But needless to say, it was great. I enjoyed everything about it.
She met her other dog too. I ain't gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thursday night.
We'll talk about that Thursday. but
Dang,
um,
what the
but
heck?
yeah. So I was here for everything. So shout out to them for getting that victory. I know people like, this is the time for them to spit those tag titles. Y'all didn't say nothing when the Usos had theirs, so I don't want to hear it.
No,
Everybody was screaming, "Oh!"
no.
And I've seen a lot of people, and I not just up here, but a lot of people on social media was like, "Oh, they need to split up those tag titles, blah blah." But when the Usos was carrying those titles, nobody was saying nothing. Y'all was all happy. Okay, show the Judgment Day the same respect. All rise for the motherfucking Judgment Day. Thank you.
Mm.
Now we move on to this commercial break, featuring Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, Cody Rhodes, and Seth freaking Rollins with his third eye. And well, boy, I didn't know you at that time when you said the Usos had it. Now, you knew to me, okay? So, but yeah, this was a segment. They were just talking trash as always. Bloodline this, bloodline that. They had Austin Theory imitating The Rock before he got beat the hell up, and then Grayson just stood there. So that's about it. There's not much I can really say about this segment outside of what will lead for Cody versus Grayson on Monday Night Raw tonight. Now we move on to the men. First of all, I only selected this photo because this is a crazy ass shot to me. Like, wise, I think this is a fire ass shot of this chamber. So you know, Logan Paul entering, and of course Kevin Owens. I don't know what he may have had in his coffee, but he was banging his head on the damn plastic. Like, girl, calm down. Like, you acting like a maniac. So, but yeah, this was the men's Elimination Chamber was cool. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a lot of shit happening. I would say you that much. Hmm.
A lot of action.
It was a lot of action. And speaking of action, Jay Styles said, LA Knight, you must have thought I forgot, bitch. You the reason why I'm not in this chamber. Because he was a distraction when AJ did face Drew McIntyre to qualify for this match, period. But AJ Styles tickets flew across country to make sure that LA Knight did not win the Elimination Chamber. Not saying that he would have, because he was not someone that I thought was going to win anyway. I knew that it would have been Drew McIntyre, but yeah, AJ Styles, girl, professional hater 101. But yeah, so we end up getting to the final two of what's so crazy is Logan Paul making it to the final three for this match, period. Is so interesting to me. And of course, he played a part with Randy Orton and everything. And Drew McIntyre is the one who ends up getting the victory, and he will go off to face Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania 40. Finally, everybody, I hope those who are a fan of Drew are so happy. He's finally getting an opportunity to maybe win the title in front of a crowd, as if he didn't have his opportunity to beat Bobby Lashley at the WrestleMania, but he did not. So let's see if Drew McIntyre can do it this year. Since he hasn't gotten his opportunity, since that's the only thing people keep holding over his head is, oh, you haven't got an opportunity. He hasn't got an opportunity to win the title in front of fans. Well, he had an opportunity and he fucking lost. He's had multiple opportunities and he fucking lost. So, but I didn't think anybody else wouldn't not be getting this win outside of like Drew McIntyre. We did say Randy Orton, but Randy and Seth really hasn't had that much interaction with each other to kind of see that this was going to be happening. So I don't know. I can see him winning because rumor has it he hasn't resigned. That's the rumor, but I don't know. So there's that. So I hope that I fucking hope CM Punk make him lose his damn title. I hope CM Punk come out there and go to sleep his ass.
I hope Damian cashes in after Drew.
I want so much chaos for this match. I really do. I don't give a damn fucking Hornswoggle could come out this bitch. I don't give a damn what happened. I want so much chaos for this match here to just find out that neither one of them is holding this damn title at the end. That's all I asked for. Nothing more, nothing less. So, but yeah, the match is set for WrestleMania 40. Now, we get to our main event. Two Australian-born women main eventing in Australia for Elimination Chamber. I think this was more of a bigger moment for Rhea Ripley than it was for Nia Jax, because I mean, Rhea had her family there, and of course the crowd was amped up for Rhea Ripley. Like, this is Rhea Ripley's country. This is just all about her. But Nia Jax definitely gave Rhea Ripley a run for her money. I'll tell you that much. Like, she did. She wasn't like taken lightly to Rhea at all.
At the beginning.
She was. Like, Rhea Ripley was getting her ass beat even prior to this match even taking place or whatever. But I enjoy the fact that this was main event for the women, period. Like, it's always a great moment and bigger than the match itself. I give you that much. They did what was needed to be done. I don't think it was that long. It wasn't anything like too crazy happening in this match that made you feel like, oh my God, like this is the best match of all time. Like, not necessarily. It was cool. It was great for the moment and everything. But Rhea Ripley did retain her championship, and the match is set: Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 40. Unless they pull some shit out where Becky is getting injured or some shit, I don't fucking know. But we're not gonna wish anything on that, because y'all know, I like, honestly, truly, anything can happen on the road to WrestleMania. This may be the match now. Same thing with like Drew and Seth, or just any match period can be the match. And then boom, some other shit just happened, and then everything just gets all switched around.
We definitely will see tonight.
We definitely will. So, but yeah, this is it. Becky and Rhea, WrestleMania 40 finally is happening. The promo is gonna be. I know they're gonna have a conversation tonight, probably. Just waiting exactly for it to happen. But what did you think of Elimination Chamber as a whole, and everybody else who's watching? What did you guys think of Elimination Chamber? Did you watch it live, or did you go back and watch it, or what?
That's the big question. Like, the fuck? I was up.
I was up. Like, I was up watching the sunset, giddy as hell.
Over and over. That's crazy.
I was so fucking giddy. Like, you have no idea. 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm got a big ass window with the sunrise coming in. Like, come on now. I ain't never watched a pay-per-view in a hotel like that before. Like, I feel like for me, I'm gonna give it probably a 7.5. There was I think the segment could have been replaced with a match, but I know Grayson Waller, Australian, gotta have something for him to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was anything that was like.
Yeah, there were 5. There were 5 technical, like 4 matches, 1 segment, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give everybody like 2 points. The girls get 2. The guys get 1.5, so that's 3.5. I didn't really care about the tag team match, so I'm gonna give them 4.5. And then the segment I really like, so I'll give them their 2 points, so 6.5. And then I'll give the women 1. I'll give the women, so about 7.5 too. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was cool. We were Europeans for the night, ladies and gentlemen, and now we go back to being Americans, because until like Backlash, and that shit is like in France, I think, or some shit like that. So, at least with Puerto Rico, we was all on the same time for shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so there's that, and that pretty much brings us to the end of Raw versus SmackDown featuring Elimination Chamber. I hope you guys, like I say, enjoyed both shows for this past week and everything like that. We will be back on tomorrow for NXT Uncut because got a lot to talk about there and everything too, especially with everything leading up for like Roadblock because Roadblock is definitely in full effect for the coming weeks, and Ilya Dragunov is out here doing shit in the damn gym to get ready for Mello. I'm like, girl, you gotta do all that to get ready for Mello. Calm down, okay. But yeah, so Roblox is ahead of the way, and I'm pretty sure that by yeah. Huh?
Where are they having it?
At the PC.
Oh,
It's just a TV show special. That's all.
that's
So there's that, and then after that, we'll be back on Thursday for TNA Wrestling, the Fallouts for No Surrender. We'll probably discuss some of No Surrender as well too. And we also have the interview dropping for Matt on Thursday as well. So definitely stay tuned for that too. That'll be dropping this week as well. And then we'll pretty much be closing out Black History Month, you guys, and everything like that. But we'll also be continuing on with our shows and everything too, because we'll be back on Sunday for Reality TV Fix too. So there's pretty much our lineup. Our lineup really doesn't change. And if it does, then you should be following us on social media to know that it could be changing. Simple as that. So but other than that, you guys, we're getting out of here early so that you can watch Monday Night Raw in peace and not have to worry about us going over and everything like that. What is with you in this Miss America kisses you be doing to these people?
Thank you. Good night. Cut the motherfucking lights off. That's what you want. I'm
No,
trying
I
to
don't.
be nice.
What?
I'm trying to give Miss America and be nice, but I had to switch it up and put on Keisha Cole.
That's not what I wanted. But
Sayonara.
if Nikki writes Ariana Grace, I don't know if she would want that.
Hell no.
I don't want Black History Month to end. Well, girl, you got 29 days. We don't make the rules here. Black History Month never ends. You know what I'm saying? It's just we just get a month.
No.
We just get a month. You know, we got an extra day, 29 days, and you know,
You have a great spotlight, first class.
we did. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty excited to see what happens for, you know, next year and everything. But you know, we gotta keep it moving. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Like I said, we'll be back on tomorrow here at 9:30 for NXT Uncut only in the Shakers Den. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always. And you guys, this has been Raw versus SmackDown featuring Elimination Chamber, of course, in the Shakers Den where it is invite only.